Hey Vesties, thanks for joining me today. Do you like Broadway? Well, I sure do. But you know, sometimes it's so expensive, I feel like I can either pay my bills or play Bill. Hey Vesties, welcome to the Robert Vest channel. Today I'm talking about the top 5 ways to purchase discount Broadway tickets. So number 1, my favorite, is in-person lottery. Now, for the in-person lottery, you have to physically go to the Broadway theater where the show is being performed. And then the sign-up, the time frame for the drawing, it begins 2.5 hours prior to the curtain time of the show, with the actual drawing out of the hat or out of the container 2 hours before the curtain. So, you want to make sure that you arrive in plenty of time to fill out a card with your name and the number of tickets you want and give it to the attendant. And then you go and you wait with all the people. Sometimes there's like 30 people there and you're so excited because you know that pretty much everybody's going to win a ticket. Or there are days when there's like 200 to 300 people and it's all live. But in any case, you go. Just like any lottery you play, there's hope that you win. And you can win. Oh my gosh, Friday I won Mean Girls. It was great. And I was front row orchestra. So that was really great. I've also won lottery for Wicked. And I've won the in-person lottery for Book of Mormon. Right? So when you go, now make sure that you are prepared to have some energy and stamina to encourage each other, because that's a part of it, right? You want to be a team player, and when names are called, you cheer for them. It's good karma. And then when your name's called, they'll cheer for you as well. Make sure that you bring your photo ID, okay? Make sure that it's really you, and bring cash enough for 2 tickets. Now, some of the in-person lotteries do accept a credit card, but old school and most of them are cash, okay? And those tickets can range anywhere from $27 to $50 each, okay? And sometimes for these lotteries, as in all these options that I'm sharing with you today, sometimes they can be partial view seats, sometimes they're in the orchestra, or sometimes you're in the mezzanine. But for the price and value, it's really a great deal. And if you're willing to take a chance, I say go for it. It's thrilling when I've won. All right, so that's in-person lottery. The second way to get a discount Broadway ticket is through online lotteries. Now, an online lottery is using your smartphone or your computer. Each show has different rules for the online lottery, so you have to go to each show's individual website to find out, 1, if they have a lottery or an online lottery, and 2, if they do have an online lottery, then you will find the information and click it, and it will direct you to a third-party website that actually manages the process of the online lottery for that show. All right, so I want you to keep in mind, as you enter the online lottery for your desired show, keep in mind that there's going to be a lot of people entering it. There could be up to 10,000 individuals entering at the same time. Now, you can only enter once. So I'm talking about 10,000 people putting their one name in, just like you're putting your name in. But you know what? I know people that have won. I personally have not won an online lottery because I haven't entered that much. You know, it's a numbers game. So you enter and you keep trying until you win. All right? So it is possible. So make sure that you go to the show's website and it will direct you to the entrance form. And now I want you to let me know if you win through an online lottery. Please come back to this video and let me know. I want to celebrate you. All right? Number 3 is rush tickets. Now, there are 2 kinds of rush tickets. There's an in-person early morning rush ticket, and then there's an online rush ticket using your computer or your smartphone. My favorite is the in-person rush ticket. Yes, it means you have to get up early, and I've done this many times, okay? And what happens is you physically go to the theater and you wait at the door of the box office. It's the main entrance of the theater. And you usually get there at like 6 a.m. Okay, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. It depends on the popularity of the show. Now, sometimes really popular shows, there's some crazy people that get there at like 5 a.m. or even they camp out all night. If they're serious fans and there's a mega, TV star, film star, or somebody, it can get really crazy there. But I've done it and I've gotten there at like 6 a.m. For me, it's worked out. And then there have been times that it hasn't worked out. So do your research on that. But the in-person rush has worked for me, and you can get up to 2 tickets for most shows that offer the in-person rush tickets. Just go to the website of the show to make sure that they're offering this type of opportunity for you. And just know also that the number of tickets given out for that in-person rush ticket entry, it varies from day to day. The show, the performance, it just depends on how many tickets have sold and how generous they are and how pretty you look. No, it doesn't matter. I don't guess that matters, but try that out. So that's the in-person rush. Now the online rush tickets, for those, you're going to go to a third-party website such as TodayTix. So you go to todaytix.com and you find the show, and they will have listings for the online rush. Now there are parameters, there are times that you must sign up by, and then there are times that you're notified. So you want to read the rules so that you know if you've gotten the rush ticket and you want to respond promptly when you receive that notification. Number 4 is TDF, also known as the Theater Development Fund. TDF is a website, and it's a members only site. Now don't be discouraged, there's many qualifiers to join. So you can go to the site and see if you qualify. Some of the qualifiers include being a student, a teacher, a union member in the armed forces, clergy, and many more. So check that out. You could be eligible to be a member of TDF. And on the TDF site, you can get Broadway shows for $47 and off-Broadway shows anywhere from $30 to $35. And with TDF though, you never know where you're going to be seated until you actually go to the theater after you've purchased the tickets for those prices. You go to the theater, to the will call window, and you pick up your tickets like 30 minutes before the show, and you'll find out if you're orchestra, if you're mezzanine, if you're partial view, wherever you are. But I think it's worth it, and I promise you that if you do it often enough, you'll get some good seats. Okay, I went to Beautiful and through TDF, and I was center orchestra. I went to Hello Dolly, and I was in the back of the orchestra. It was really great. And then an off-Broadway show that I'd wanted to see when it was on Broadway, but I didn't get a chance to. I finally saw Avenue Q, and that was just like a $30-something ticket. But they were, all of those shows through TDF for me were orchestra or, good seats. But even at these discounts, if you're in the mezzanine or sometimes even a partial view, it's worth it to get to see the show that you want to see and get the discount. So if you're eligible, go for it and let me know about it. Number 5 is TKTS. Those are letters, TKTS, which represents 4 different booths or locations in the New York City area where you can walk up to a ticket window and purchase Broadway show and off-Broadway show tickets at a discount price. Now, the 4 different locations are the big one in Times Square. You can't miss it. There's even seating on top. It's red, okay, and you'll see that there. And then there's a location at Lincoln Center. There's one at South Street Seaport in Manhattan. And then there's one in Brooklyn. So whichever one you want to try, go for it. Now you could just walk up blindly and see what's up, or you could download the app, the TKTS app, onto your smartphone, or you could look online and search the location that you want to go to and see what Broadway show discounts are available, because they are different at each location. Now, you can save anywhere from 30 to 50% or less or more. I mean, it just depends. You never know what the producers are going to offer or what the shows are going to release. So try it out. I've used this many, many times, and it's been very helpful. So an example of a 50% off of an orchestra seat ticket to a popular Broadway show would be anywhere from $80 to $100. That's 50% off of that orchestra seat. But you know, prices do vary, amounts or percentages do vary. It's not as great as the lottery, okay, and rush tickets, but at the TKTS locations, you can speak with the attendant at the window and they'll give you seating options and you can decide if the value and the seating is worth it for you. Well, there you have it. My top 5 ways to get discount Broadway tickets. If those options don't work for you, just call up a friend and say, hey, take me to a Broadway show. And if that doesn't work, come to New York City and take voice lessons from me, and you'll star in your own Broadway show, or at least sing some show tunes. Oh, Vesties, thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be bringing you money-saving things and also a lot of comedy and crazy content. Share this video with anybody you know that wants to save money on a Broadway show. And then maybe when they're visiting New York, they can also eat. All right? Hey, see you on Broadway. On Broadway.